Morning Achievement House! Welcome to Morning Buzz. I'm Mr. Warren, and joining us is our co-host, Miss Veronica Farr.
Hey!
You seem happy to be here.
I am. This is exciting.
It truly is. We have a lot of fun here.
So
this is actually going to be our last episode for a while. We have the spring breaks kind of come up in a couple weeks, and of course following that is PSSAs. But then we'll follow up maybe in about 4 weeks with another episode. So would you like to go over some important dates that are coming up?
Okay, so
Yeah.
okay, important dates, students. April 15th through May 3rd. PSSA testing window. Be there. Woo! You get to meet your teachers. It's so awesome. And then April 17th to the 22nd, spring break. Much deserved after all that PSSA testing. Is that it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's it.
That's it.
Now what? And speaking of spring break, I'm going to toss it to our spring break montage. Let's see what our kids are doing.
Well, it sure looks like our students are going to have some fun, don't you think?
I think so. I love our kids.
I do too.
They're awesome.
So, for all you students, make sure you really enjoy the spring break that's coming up.
You know what I'm doing?
What are you doing?
Taking naps.
I'm not taking naps. Now, my favorite episode of the show. Well, one of my favorite. All my episodes or segments are my favorites. But it's the weather forecast with Mrs.
Oh,
Miss
Miss Stakalakis.
No, Miss.
Can tell.
I don't know. Let's
Well,
find out what
okay.
her name is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Warren. So, believe it or not, we're at spring break already. Where are you going this spring break? Maybe you're going to Miami. Well, in Miami, you can expect a high of 85 and sunny skies. Maybe you're going to, say, the Bahamas. There's actually going to be an unprecedented blizzard with a low of about 33. Just kidding. No matter where you go, make sure you just get out there and enjoy the weather on spring break. Back to you, Mr. Warren.
Spring breaks. Did you ever go anywhere like some of the places that Miss Couscous was talking about?
Not for spring break. I wasn't allowed out of the house. Are you kidding? But
I went to Florida once, but
was there a snowstorm?
no,
Oh,
but I got
okay.
burned on the first day and the whole trip was ruined. So,
Oh, you're a fun guy.
so at this point, let's turn it over to our favorite nurse,
Yes.
Mrs. Mendenhall.
Great.
Wow, it's really nice out here. It's starting to get warmer. And I don't know, you probably can't see, but behind me there's daffodils blooming. You know, we're heading into summer, the end of school. I'm sure you might be a little happy about that, but anyway, I've got another help tip for you. My help tip for today is go outside. Okay, number one, we'll get some fresh air. You know, most of the time we breathe from up here, too shallow. We want to breathe from down here. Get those muscles down here, good for the circulation of the digestive system, and it's going to relax between your shoulder blades. So watching this tape, breathe with me. In through your nose, kind of close your mouth. And you know what? It relaxes us. You know, if you can't concentrate on your schoolwork or you have a test, thinking of that answer, just take that breath and relax. Another thing you can do when you're outside, is a thing called earthing, and not a lot of people know about this, but number one, our shoes have rubber on the bottom of them, so nothing really goes through that. So when we're outside, it's always a good idea to take off our shoes and socks and get in our bare feet. This is called earthing. You know, NASA, they say that the core of the Earth puts off currents of electrical energy, and that causes a magnetic field on the Earth. And you know, because we have the magnetic North Pole, and we also have our compasses that changes according to magnetic pull. Wherever you are, it's going to go a different way. Okay, so there's energy coming off this ground. So you want to get your feet flat on the ground and absorb that energy. That's an easy thing to do, and you know what? It's free. And it reduces inflammation in your body. They've done studies. They've done scans on people that do it and don't do it, and the ones that do, there's a decrease in the inflammation. So next time you just kind of feel a little stressed, take my health tip for the day. Go outside and comment below if you take my advice. Thanks.
Isn't she amazing?
She really is.
It's just like grounding your feet. Who thinks of that?
Every time I talk to her, I
Yeah.
learn something new.
I know.
It's wonderful.
I love it.
I do too. So do you remember last week, our staff spotlight was on Mrs. Valvo, and she talked about washing your chicken.
Yeah.
I know it was around April Fool's. I didn't believe it. I didn't.
No.
So I had to look it up. I got to do some research. So what do we all do? We go on Google, right?
You've heard of bird baths, though, right? Like that's a
Yeah, but they drink out of it. This is not giving them a bath. So I actually started Googling giving bird don't you know the second line, a bath. So it was absolutely true. So I picked out one particular article that I think would be really helpful for everyone. The answer is not necessarily. Now, how reassuring is that? Not necessarily.
Yeah, I would.
Chicken to dip his toe into the water to make sure it's fine.
Have you ever held a chicken?
No.
Lavender.
I've seen Johnson's baby shampoo
What about
commercials
sage and thyme?
about 100 times. Buy
Yeah.
Johnson's baby shampoo. It's safe for your baby scalp and it's good for chickens.
I'm blown away.
It's like me saying, the only soap I have at home is my car wash detergent. Can I use that?
No.
You've used super glue, right? I always get it all
Yeah, for my
over my
nails.
fingers, and I'm just thinking, all right,
Yes.
I'm stuck to this chicken, and if I start pulling my fingers out, I'm going to be plucking this chicken. I'm going to have a naked chicken. Stop.
Can you say that?
So,
All
anyway.
right, that's enough.
That's
of the
enough.
chicken
Johnson
talk.
and Johnson baby magic. No chicken tears.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Are we
That's
done?
all I got.
Thank God! Thank goodness. It's enough.
That's enough. Hey, have a great break.
Bye,
You
everybody.
truly win.
Take some naps. You know, I had a Dalmatian as a kid, and I was washing it like 3 times a day. And you know what happened after a week? It was spotless.